Build muscle. After 70, 8 proteins that work better than eggs. Imagine this, a 92-year-old woman in just 8 weeks managed to gain a significant amount of muscle, not just maintain it, but actually increase it. And she achieved this remarkable feat without consuming a single egg. I'm Dr. Thomas Reed, and this incredible woman is one of my patients. Today, I'm going to share the exact foods she ate, foods that prove to be even more effective than eggs in building muscle, especially at an age when many doctors believe it's nearly impossible. What truly astonished me was the analysis of her blood markers. Her body's ability to synthesize muscle protein was on par with someone who was 30 years younger. The secret wasn't simply about consuming more protein, it was about the specific types of proteins, possessing unique qualities that eggs simply lack. If you're watching this, regardless of whether you're 50 or 90 years old, the information I'm about to share could significantly extend the years of strength and independence in your life. What you're about to learn challenges conventional wisdom about protein and aging. Before we delve into that, let me share a thought that often occupies my mind. Right now, as you're listening, your muscles are in a constant state of flux. Every single second, they are either being built up or broken down. Unfortunately, after the age of 30, the breakdown process begins to gain the upper hand. By the time you reach 60, this breakdown accelerates significantly. By the time you're 90, a staggering amount of muscle mass, often half of what individuals had, is lost. Here's the rather cruel irony of the situation. As we age, our bodies actually require more protein. However, at the same time, it becomes increasingly difficult for our bodies to effectively utilize that protein. Think of it like needing more fuel for your car, just as its engine is becoming less efficient. Scientists refer to this phenomenon as anabolic resistance. This is precisely why the dietary advice that may have worked for your grandfather to maintain muscle won't be as effective for you today. However, and this is a crucial point, we've discovered that certain proteins have the remarkable ability to bypass this resistance. They contain specific compounds that can activate molecular switches in a way that eggs cannot. In fact, one of these foods has been shown to boost muscle protein synthesis by an astonishing 50% more than eggs in individuals over the age of 70. This brings us to why eggs, despite being considered the gold standard for protein quality for decades, might actually be hindering your progress. Please don't misunderstand me. Eggs are undoubtedly nutritional powerhouses. They provide 6 grams of excellent protein, all the essential amino acids, and are highly bioavailable. Your grandmother was absolutely right about the benefits of eating eggs. But here's what your grandmother likely didn't know. As we age, we require more than just complete protein. We need proteins that can simultaneously combat inflammation while actively building muscle. We need proteins that improve how our bodies respond to insulin. We need proteins that are accompanied by specific vitamins that act as catalysts for muscle synthesis. For older adults, eggs fall short in 3 critically important areas. Firstly, they lack the necessary amount of omega-3 fatty acids, which are vital for reducing muscle inflammation. Secondly, eggs do not provide vitamin D, a nutrient that a significant 80% of seniors are deficient in. And thirdly, and this is perhaps the most surprising discovery, eggs do not contain enough leucine. Leucine is a specific amino acid that acts as a key, unlocking the door for muscle growth in aging bodies. To put it in perspective, if building muscle after the age of 70 is like trying to start a stubborn old lawnmower, eggs offer a gentle tug, but the foods I'm about to introduce you to are akin to using an electric starter, and the very first one I'll mention dissolves in water and starts working its magic within a mere 60 minutes. Allow me to introduce you to whey protein. This is the substance that's helping 90-year-olds build muscle at a faster rate than 60-year-olds who are still relying on eggs. When researchers at McMaster University conducted a study comparing whey protein to egg protein in adults over the age of 75, the results were so dramatic that they had to repeat the study twice to confirm their findings. In both instances, the group consuming whey protein gained double the amount of muscle mass. Double. But here's where it gets truly fascinating. It wasn't solely about the quantity of protein, it was about the speed at which it was utilized. You see, as we age, we develop what I call a narrowing anabolic window. Younger muscles can effectively utilize protein for several hours after consumption. However, older muscles require a rapid surge of amino acids to trigger the growth process. Whey protein, on the other hand, enters your bloodstream within 60 minutes. Eggs, conversely, take 3 to 4 hours. By that time, your aging muscles have already missed their prime opportunity for growth. But we have another secret weapon in our arsenal, leucine. While a serving of eggs contains approximately 1.3 grams of leucine, whey protein packs a more substantial 2.5 grams. And here's why that difference is so significant. After the age of 70, your body needs precisely 3 grams of leucine to effectively flip the switch for muscle building. With eggs, you would need to consume 5 servings to reach this critical threshold. With whey protein, however, just 1.5 scoops will do the trick. The branched-chain amino acids, BCAAs, found in whey, leucine, isoleucine, and valine, work in concert like a highly efficient 3-person rescue team. Leucine sends the signal for muscle growth. Isoleucine enhances glucose uptake, providing energy for your muscles, and valine acts to prevent muscle breakdown during exercise. Whey protein contains approximately 25% BCAAs compared to eggs' 20%, and they are in a more easily absorbed form. Furthermore, whey protein possesses a unique component called immunoglobulins. These antibodies not only bolster your immune system, but also help reduce inflammation in your gut, which can otherwise impair protein absorption in older adults. Studies have demonstrated that regular consumption of whey protein can improve the overall utilization of protein from all food sources by an impressive 15%. Another remarkable component found in whey is glycomacropeptide. This substance stimulates the release of CCK, a hormone that not only increases feelings of fullness, but also improves insulin sensitivity. Enhanced insulin sensitivity means that more amino acids are directed into your muscle cells, rather than being converted into fat. My 92-year-old patient begins her day every morning with a whey protein smoothie. But it's what she adds to it that truly amplifies its muscle-building power: frozen berries and a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. The antioxidants present in berries help protect the amino acids during the absorption process, thereby boosting their uptake by an estimated 20%. Meanwhile, cinnamon has been shown to improve insulin sensitivity by up to 20%, ensuring that a greater proportion of protein reaches your muscles. For optimal results, if you are sensitive to lactose, opt for whey protein isolate. If you tolerate dairy well, whey protein concentrate is an excellent choice, as it actually contains higher levels of beneficial immunoglobulins. To preserve the delicate protein structures, mix your whey with cold liquid and consume it within 30 minutes of preparation to prevent oxidation. Now, if whey protein can deliver benefits within 60 minutes, imagine a protein that continues to work for an impressive 8 hours while you sleep. This is where cottage cheese emerges as your secret weapon. While you're asleep, your muscles can begin to break themselves down for fuel. This process, known as overnight catabolism, accelerates dramatically with age. By morning, you can lose muscle mass that you may never regain unless you incorporate cottage cheese into your pre-bedtime routine. Here's how it works. Cottage cheese is composed almost entirely of casein protein. Casein forms a gel in your stomach, which then releases amino acids gradually, drop by drop, hour after hour, throughout the entire night. Dutch researchers conducted a study where they provided older adults with cottage cheese before bed and observed a remarkable outcome. Their muscles continued to build even during sleep, but the benefits of cottage cheese extend even further. Casein protein contains bioactive peptides that have been shown to lower blood pressure and enhance sleep quality. Better sleep, in turn, leads to a greater release of growth hormone, which directly stimulates muscle growth. This creates a powerful cascade effect. Improved protein intake leads to better sleep, which leads to enhanced muscle synthesis. Cottage cheese offers something even more valuable for aging bodies. It is the richest dietary source of selenium. Why is this important? Because selenium deficiency, which affects a considerable 60% of individuals over 70, is a direct cause of muscle weakness. Just 1 cup of cottage cheese provides enough selenium to help restore muscle strength within a few weeks. The calcium content, offering 14% of your daily needs per cup, works in perfect synergy with the protein. Calcium doesn't just build strong bones, it is absolutely essential for proper muscle contraction. Low calcium levels can result in weak muscle contractions, regardless of your muscle size. Studies have indicated that the combination of calcium and protein found in cottage cheese can improve functional strength by an impressive 25% more than protein alone. Then there's the B12 factor. Cottage cheese supplies a significant 38% of your daily B12 needs. This is crucial as B12 deficiency affects a substantial 40% of adults over 60 and directly hinders protein synthesis. Without adequate B12, your muscles are simply unable to utilize protein efficiently. The phosphorus content in cottage cheese, providing 30% of your daily requirements, is vital for ATP production, the energy currency of your muscle cells. As we age, ATP production naturally declines. The phosphorus in cottage cheese helps maintain energy production, allowing your muscles to perform more effectively and recover more quickly. The texture of cottage cheese is also a genius advantage for aging adults. It requires no chewing and no cooking, making it incredibly easy to digest, even with reduced stomach acid. While the sodium content might be a concern for some, it actually plays a role in hydration and nutrient transport for older adults, who often experience lower blood pressure. You can enhance cottage cheese by mixing it with ground flaxseed for omega-3s, crushed walnuts for arginine, and a dash of vanilla extract for flavor. Some of my patients even blend it smooth with a small amount of honey and freeze it for about 30 minutes, creating a texture akin to ice cream, but with the incredible benefit of building muscle while they sleep. For those concerned about sodium intake, rinsing cottage cheese in a fine mesh strainer will significantly reduce sodium by 40% with minimal loss of protein. You can then add flavor back with herbs, pepper, or nutritional yeast for an added B vitamin boost. My patients who incorporate cottage cheese into their bedtime routine often report an unexpected benefit. They wake up feeling stronger, less stiff, and more energized. This is the power of overnight protein synthesis combined with improved sleep quality at work. Speaking of unexpected benefits, prepare to be amazed by a fish that contains a molecule capable of making your muscles biologically younger. Salmon doesn't just nourish your muscles, it actually renovates them at a cellular level. And I'm not referring solely to its protein content, although 22 grams per serving is certainly beneficial. I'm talking about something that eggs could never provide: omega-3 fatty acids that can actively reverse age-related muscle damage. Here's what happens in aging muscles. Chronic inflammation gradually erodes them from within, much like rust damaging a car engine. Eggs cannot combat this internal wear and tear. However, the EPA and DHA found in salmon are akin to WD-40 for your muscles. When researchers at the University of Washington provided older adults with omega-3s, equivalent to consuming salmon 3 times a week, something unprecedented occurred. Without any changes to their exercise routines or other protein sources, participants experienced a 6% increase in muscle mass. But here's the truly remarkable part. Their muscles became more sensitive to all types of protein, not just that from salmon. The omega-3s had effectively reversed their anabolic resistance. The underlying mechanism is fascinating. Omega-3 fatty acids integrate into the membranes of muscle cells, making them more fluid and responsive to growth signals. They also activate mTOR, the master regulator of muscle protein synthesis, while simultaneously reducing inflammatory markers like TNF-alpha and IL-6, which trigger muscle breakdown. Furthermore, salmon is an excellent source of vitamin D, Wild salmon can contain up to 1,000 IU per serving, whereas eggs contain virtually none. Vitamin D doesn't just aid in calcium absorption, it directly activates muscle protein synthesis through specific vitamin D receptors on muscle cells. Studies have shown that correcting a vitamin D deficiency alone can lead to a 20% increase in muscle strength in older adults. But perhaps my favorite aspect of salmon is its distinctive pink color. This hue comes from astaxanthin, a powerful antioxidant that specifically protects your muscles' mitochondria, your cellular powerhouses. As we age, these powerhouses tend to shut down one by one. Astaxanthin helps keep them functioning, which is why individuals who consume salmon often report less fatigue during exercise. Astaxanthin is an astonishing 6,000 times more potent than vitamin C in neutralizing singlet oxygen, a specific free radical that damages muscle tissue during exercise. It also effectively crosses cell membranes, providing protection to your muscles from both the inside and the outside. Research has indicated that astaxanthin supplementation can improve muscle endurance by 40% in older adults. The selenium content in salmon, providing 40% of your daily needs, works in conjunction with vitamin E to form glutathione peroxidase, your body's master antioxidant enzyme. This enzyme plays a critical role in protecting muscles from oxidative damage, both during and after exercise. And let's not overlook the creatine content. While not as high as in red meat, salmon provides approximately 1 gram of creatine per serving. Creatine directly enhances muscle strength and power, with studies showing a 5% to 15% increase in strength among older adults who increase their creatine intake. When choosing salmon, the key is to opt for wild-caught Alaskan salmon. Farmed salmon typically contains half the omega-3s, very little vitamin D, and often includes artificial colorants instead of natural astaxanthin. Yes, wild salmon may come with a higher price tag, but when you consider the cost of losing your independence, it represents an incredible bargain. The preparation method also plays a role. Baking or poaching salmon is more effective at preserving its omega-3 fatty acids compared to grilling or frying. The high heat associated with grilling can oxidize these delicate fats, potentially reducing their benefits by up to 50%. Adding lemon juice, not only for flavor, but also because its vitamin C helps protect omega-3s from oxidation and improves iron absorption from the salmon. For those who find regular salmon consumption to be financially prohibitive, canned wild salmon offers similar nutritional benefits at a fraction of the cost. The bones in canned salmon are soft and edible, providing an additional source of calcium. Try mixing canned salmon with Greek yogurt and herbs for a protein-rich meal that costs less than a fast food burger. Now, what if you could achieve similar benefits from something that costs mere pennies and has an indefinite shelf life? Hemp seeds might just be the most underestimated protein source on the planet. Just 3 tablespoons provide a substantial 10 grams of complete protein that your aging body actually prefers over eggs. Here's why. The protein found in hemp seeds is called edestin. It's remarkably similar to the proteins present in your blood plasma. Your body recognizes it instantly, requiring no conversion and causing no digestive stress. It's like speaking your muscles' native language. But the true magic lies in its fatty acid profile. Hemp seeds boast a perfect 3.1 ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids. This specific ratio is instrumental in reducing inflammation while simultaneously promoting muscle building. Eggs, on the other hand, have a ratio of 20.1, which can actually promote inflammation in aging bodies that are already struggling with chronic inflammation. This difference is profound. The gamma-linolenic acid, GLA, found in hemp seeds is particularly noteworthy. GLA converts to DGLA in your body, which possesses powerful anti-inflammatory effects, especially within muscle tissue. Studies have shown that GLA supplementation can reduce muscle soreness by 40% and significantly improve recovery time in older adults. Then there's the arginine content. Hemp seeds contain more arginine per serving than any other protein source. Arginine plays a vital role in dilating blood vessels, thereby improving nutrient delivery to your muscles. As we age, our circulation tends to weaken, which can starve muscles of essential nutrients. Arginine effectively reverses this process. Research indicates that it can improve exercise capacity in older adults by as much as 20%. But arginine does more than just improve circulation. It also stimulates the release of growth hormone. Growth hormone levels can decline by 50% between the ages of 40 and 70, a factor that significantly contributes to muscle loss. The arginine found in hemp seeds can increase growth hormone release by up to 30%, particularly when consumed before bed or after exercise. The magnesium content in hemp seeds also warrants special attention. Just 3 tablespoons provide 50% of your daily magnesium needs. Magnesium deficiency, affecting a vast 80% of seniors, is a direct cause of muscle weakness, cramps, and poor recovery. Magnesium is also indispensable for converting vitamin D into its active form. So that salmon you're eating will actually work even better when combined with hemp seeds. Hemp seeds also deliver substantial amounts of iron, 20% DV, zinc, 30% DV, and phosphorus, 45% DV. This trio of minerals is crucial for oxygen transport, protein synthesis, and energy production within your muscles. The plant-based iron is absorbed more efficiently when hemp seeds are consumed with foods rich in vitamin C. The chlorophyll content in hemp seeds, which gives them their characteristic green hue, offers unexpected benefits. Chlorophyll has been shown to enhance oxygen transport in the blood and has also been demonstrated to reduce exercise-induced fatigue. Furthermore, it aids in detoxifying metabolic waste products that tend to accumulate in aging muscles. And let's not overlook the fiber content, approximately 1 gram per tablespoon. This soluble fiber serves as nourishment for beneficial gut bacteria, which in turn produce short-chain fatty acids that help reduce systemic inflammation and improve insulin sensitivity. Enhanced insulin sensitivity translates to more efficient protein utilization. My patients adore hemp seeds because they require absolutely no preparation. You can simply sprinkle them on anything: yogurt, oatmeal, salads, or eat them straight from the bag. They have a mild, slightly nutty flavor reminiscent of sunflower seeds. They require no cooking and no refrigeration, making them perfectly portable. Store hemp seeds in an airtight container in a cool, dark place. It's best to purchase them in smaller quantities and use them within 3 to 4 months to ensure maximum nutritional benefit. One word of caution: begin by consuming just 1 tablespoon and gradually increase your intake over the course of a week. The fiber and fat content, while highly beneficial, can initially cause digestive adjustments. Some individuals might experience loose stools initially, but once your system adapts, you'll have a convenient and powerful tool for building muscle while reducing inflammation. Let's discuss another potent inflammation fighter that, by sheer coincidence, happens to pack more protein than beef. Greek yogurt is far more than just a protein source. It's a complete muscle-building ecosystem. A single cup can contain up to 25 grams of protein. But that's just the beginning of its impressive story. The true power lies in the trillions of probiotics it houses, which can fundamentally transform how your entire body utilizes protein. Recent research originating from Japan studied centenarians, individuals over 100 years old, who maintained remarkable muscle mass for their age. A common factor among them was the daily consumption of fermented dairy products. These probiotics weren't merely aiding digestion, they were actively reducing systemic inflammation that can wreak havoc on aging muscles. Here's the deeper science behind it. Specific strains of probiotics found in Greek yogurt, notably Lactobacillus bulgaris and Streptococcus thermophilus, produce enzymes that break down protein into bioactive peptides. These peptides have been scientifically shown to increase muscle protein synthesis by 20%, completely independent of the protein content itself. The gut-muscle axis is a revolutionary concept for aging adults. Harmful gut bacteria produce substances called lipopolysaccharides, LPS, which can trigger muscle breakdown through inflammatory pathways. The probiotics in Greek yogurt effectively outcompete these harmful bacteria while simultaneously producing compounds like butyrate, which actively protect your muscles. It's like having a dedicated security team within your intestines safeguarding your biceps. But the benefits don't stop there. The probiotics in Greek yogurt also enhance the production of vitamin K2, a nutrient that is notably absent in regular yogurt and eggs. Vitamin K2 doesn't just direct calcium to your bones. It activates specific proteins that improve insulin sensitivity and enhance muscle function. Studies have shown a direct correlation between vitamin K2 levels and muscle mass in older adults. The fermentation process inherently predigests the proteins, breaking them down into smaller peptides that are exceptionally easy for your body to absorb. This is particularly significant because stomach acid production typically decreases by 40% after the age of 70. Regular yogurt and eggs require robust stomach acid for proper breakdown. Greek yogurt, however, arrives pre-broken down, ready for immediate absorption. Greek yogurt contains both whey and casein proteins in a balanced 20-80 ratio. The whey component provides a rapid influx of amino acids for immediate post-meal muscle synthesis, while the casein ensures a sustained release of amino acids over several hours. It's akin to enjoying the combined benefits of protein powder and cottage cheese in a single food. The calcium content, offering 20% of your daily needs per cup, directly supports muscle contraction. However, the calcium in Greek yogurt is more bioavailable than that found in supplement forms because it comes naturally packaged with protein and, in fortified versions, vitamin D, creating an ideal environment for absorption. The B vitamin profile is also exceptional. Greek yogurt provides significant amounts of B12, 38% DV, riboflavin, 35% DV, and pantothenic acid, 15% DV. These B vitamins are essential for converting protein into muscle tissue and for producing ATP, the energy source for muscle activity. When choosing Greek yogurt, opt for the full fat variety for several compelling reasons. The fat content aids in the absorption of vitamins D, K, and A, all of which are crucial for optimal muscle health. The conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, present in dairy fat has been shown to help preserve muscle mass as we age. Additionally, the extra calories provided by full-fat yogurt can help prevent the muscle loss that often accompanies undereating, a common issue for older adults who may experience a diminished appetite. The iodine content in Greek yogurt, which is often overlooked, plays a vital role in supporting thyroid function. Thyroid hormones directly regulate muscle protein synthesis. Low thyroid function, a common occurrence with aging, can accelerate muscle loss. A single cup of Greek yogurt provides an impressive 50% of your daily iodine needs. To further enhance your Greek yogurt, consider mixing it with ground flaxseed for omega-3s, walnuts for arginine, and a medley of berries for antioxidants. A teaspoon of raw honey can also be a delightful addition. The enzymes in raw honey can further improve protein digestion, and its prebiotics act as food for the beneficial probiotics, creating a synergistic effect. You'll have created a delicious, dessert-like meal that functions as potent medicine for your muscles. For individuals who are lactose intolerant, Greek yogurt is often well tolerated because the fermentation process significantly breaks down most of the lactose. It's advisable to start with small quantities and choose brands with the highest number of live cultures to maximize lactose breakdown. Now, let's address the common notion that plant proteins are not complete. I'm about to shatter that myth. Lentils are a prime example that building muscle doesn't necessitate a substantial financial investment or the consumption of animal products. 1 cup of lentils costs roughly 50 cents and provides an impressive 18 grams of protein. But it's what accompanies that protein that makes lentils extraordinary for aging muscles. First, the fiber content. 1 cup offers a substantial 16 grams of fiber, encompassing both soluble and insoluble types. You might be wondering, what does fiber have to do with muscle? The answer is everything. Emerging research is highlighting the crucial gut-muscle axis, where the bacteria in your intestines directly influence muscle growth. The fiber in lentils serves as a food source for bacteria that produce butyrate, a compound that effectively reduces muscle inflammation and improves insulin sensitivity. The resistant starch present in lentils, which behaves much like fiber, offers unique advantages. It promotes feelings of fullness, helps stabilize blood sugar levels, and most importantly, increases the thermic effect of protein. This means your body expends more calories digesting lentil protein, which can help prevent the fat gain that often accompanies muscle-building diets in older adults. This is a key reason why vegetarian populations in blue zones, regions known for exceptional longevity, maintain muscle mass into their 90s, even while consuming less total protein. Their plant-based proteins are naturally packaged with prebiotics that enhance muscle synthesis efficiency by up to 30%. Lentils provide an astounding 90% of your daily folate requirements, the highest of any food. Folate deficiency, affecting 30% of older adults, directly impairs protein synthesis at the DNA level. Your muscles are essentially unable to build new proteins without adequate folate. Studies have shown that correcting folate deficiency can lead to improved muscle strength within just 2 weeks and can increase muscle mass by 5% over a 3-month period. The iron content in lentils, supplying 37% of your daily needs, deserves special attention. Iron doesn't just prevent anemia, it is absolutely essential for the production of myoglobin in your muscles. Myoglobin is responsible for storing oxygen within muscle tissue, enabling sustained contractions. As we age, our ability to absorb iron decreases by up to 50%. Fortunately, the vitamin C you add to lentils by incorporating ingredients like tomatoes, bell peppers, or lemon juice can increase iron absorption by a remarkable 300%. Lentils contain more potassium than bananas. Potassium is critical for muscle contraction and helps prevent cramps. It also plays a role in maintaining muscle mass by reducing calcium loss through urine. Research indicates that increasing potassium intake can improve muscle strength by 10% in older adults with low potassium levels. The polyphenol content in lentils, particularly in the red and black varieties, exhibits anti-inflammatory effects comparable to pharmaceutical drugs. These polyphenols work to reduce levels of C-reactive protein and IL-6, inflammatory markers that directly contribute to muscle breakdown in aging. The lysine content in lentils is exceptional for a plant-based protein, offering 1.3 grams per cup. Lysine is often the limiting amino acid in plant-based diets, and it is essential for calcium absorption, collagen formation, and muscle repair. Combining lentils with grains creates a complete protein source with an optimal lysine profile. But here's the practical brilliance of lentils. They cook in just 20 minutes without the need for soaking. Red lentils cook even faster, in about 10 minutes, and break down into a creamy consistency, which is ideal for individuals with dental challenges. French green lentils hold their shape best for salads, while black beluga lentils boast the highest antioxidant content. Sprouting lentils can further increase their protein content by 20% and improve their digestibility. Sprouted lentils can be consumed raw or lightly cooked, preserving their heat-sensitive vitamins. Quinoa defies all conventional notions about plant proteins. It is the only grain that is a complete protein, containing all 9 essential amino acids in proportions that closely mirror those found in milk protein. However, to categorize quinoa as merely a protein source would be like describing a Swiss Army knife as just a blade. 1 cup provides 8 grams of protein, but it also delivers a substantial 30% of your daily magnesium needs. Magnesium is absolutely critical because it literally powers muscle contraction through ATP synthesis. Without sufficient magnesium, even an abundance of protein will be of little benefit. Studies have demonstrated that correcting a magnesium deficiency can improve muscle strength by 20% within weeks and can lead to a 7% increase in muscle mass over a 3-month period. The manganese content in quinoa, providing 60% of your daily needs, specifically helps protect your muscles from exercise-induced damage. Manganese activates superoxide dismutase, SOD, your body's master antioxidant enzyme, which prevents muscle breakdown after physical activity. Older adults with higher manganese intake exhibit 30% fewer markers of muscle damage following exercise. But here's what makes quinoa particularly special for older adults. It provides sustained energy without causing dramatic spikes in blood sugar. The combination of protein, complex carbohydrates, and fiber results in a remarkably low glycemic index of just 53. This steady fuel supply prevents the blood sugar fluctuations that can trigger cortisol release and, consequently, muscle breakdown. Quinoa contains all the B vitamins except for B12, with particularly notable amounts of B6, 20% DV, and thiamine, 15% DV. These B vitamins are essential for converting protein into muscle tissue and for producing ATP, the energy required for muscle contraction. B6 specifically is necessary for glycogen storage in muscles. Without adequate B6, muscles can fatigue very quickly. The quercetin and camphorol found in quinoa are powerful anti-inflammatory flavonoids. These compounds can reduce muscle inflammation by up to 40% and significantly improve recovery time. They also stimulate mitochondrial biogenesis, effectively creating new energy-producing units within your muscle cells. For an added nutritional boost, cook quinoa in bone broth instead of water. This effectively doubles the protein content and adds beneficial collagen for joint health. Adding a bay leaf while cooking can also improve digestibility. Quinoa can be enjoyed as a breakfast porridge with cinnamon and hemp seeds, or chilled in salads alongside lentils. You've now created a complete plant-based protein meal that costs mere pennies per serving. Here's a crucial insight that is often overlooked regarding protein and aging. It's not about discovering a single perfect protein source. Instead, it's about creating synergistic combinations where different foods amplify each other's beneficial effects. Let me illustrate exactly how my 92-year-old patient strategically combined these foods to achieve her impressive 3-pound muscle gain. Morning. She begins her day with a whey protein smoothie blended with berries, a tablespoon of hemp seeds, and a quarter teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon. The whey protein delivers a rapid surge of leucine, helping her reach the critical 3-gram threshold needed to trigger muscle protein synthesis. The anthocyanins in the berries protect the amino acids during absorption, enhancing their uptake by about 20%. The hemp seeds contribute anti-inflammatory omega-3s, which make muscle cells more receptive to protein. The cinnamon improves insulin sensitivity, ensuring that more amino acids are directed into her muscles rather than being converted to glucose. This combination provides a total of 30 grams of protein that effectively reaches her muscles within an hour. But here's the clever part. She consumes this smoothie 30 minutes after her morning stretching routine. Even light physical activity increases blood flow to her muscles by 40%, creating what I refer to as an absorption highway. The protein arrives precisely when her muscles are at their most receptive. Mid-morning. Her mid-morning snack consists of Greek yogurt mixed with ground flaxseed and a handful of walnuts. The probiotics in the yogurt don't just aid digestion, they actively contribute to vitamin K2 production and reduce inflammatory compounds that could otherwise impede protein synthesis. The flaxseed provides lignans, compounds that enhance insulin sensitivity for the remainder of the day. The walnuts offer arginine, which helps dilate blood vessels, ensuring that nutrients reach every muscle fiber. This snack provides a total of 20 grams of sustained-release protein, keeping her amino acid levels elevated until lunchtime. She discovered something particularly interesting. Adding a teaspoon of raw honey to this snack eliminated the energy dip she used to experience. The enzymes in raw honey further improve protein digestion, while its prebiotics feed the yogurt's probiotics, creating a powerful synergistic effect. Lunch. For lunch, she enjoys a lentil and quinoa bowl, complete with sautéed vegetables, a tahini dressing, and a soft-boiled egg. Yes, we strategically included one egg at this meal, not as the primary protein source, but as a complementary addition. The complete proteins from the quinoa and the egg enhance the amino acid profile of the lentils. The tahini contributes calcium and magnesium, both essential for muscle contraction. The vegetables provide nitrates, which the body converts to nitric oxide, further improving blood flow to the muscles. This meal offers a total of 28 grams of protein, along with anti-inflammatory compounds that help protect the muscle gains achieved in the morning. The real magic lies in the preparation. She cooks the lentils and quinoa together in bone broth infused with turmeric and black pepper. The piperine in black pepper can increase the absorption of turmeric by an astonishing 2,000%, creating a potent anti-inflammatory base that makes all proteins more effective. Afternoon. Her afternoon snack is a small portion of cottage cheese mixed with crushed walnuts and a square of 85% dark chocolate. The cottage cheese helps prevent the common 3 p.m. muscle breakdown that accelerates with age. The dark chocolate is not merely for pleasure. Its epicatechins improve muscle blood flow and can reduce exercise fatigue by up to 20%. This snack provides a total of 15 grams of protein, effectively bridging the gap to dinner. Dinner. Dinner features wild salmon, accompanied by roasted Brussels sprouts and sweet potato. The omega-3 fatty acids from the salmon don't just build muscle, they enhance the effectiveness of every protein consumed throughout the day by improving insulin sensitivity and reducing inflammation. The Brussels sprouts provide sulforaphane, which activates antioxidant genes that protect muscles. The sweet potato offers beta-carotene, which the body converts to vitamin A, an essential nutrient for protein synthesis. This meal delivers a total of 25 grams of protein, packed with compounds that amplify the nutritional benefits of the entire day's intake. She discovered that eating the sweet potato first, followed by the vegetables, and then the salmon, optimizes her blood sugar response. This sequence, known as food ordering, can reduce insulin spikes by up to 40%, ensuring that more protein is directed towards muscle building rather than fat storage. Before bed. Just before retiring for the night, she enjoys cottage cheese mixed with a tablespoon of almond butter and a dash of vanilla. The cottage cheese provides slow-releasing casein protein. The almond butter adds magnesium, crucial for overnight muscle recovery, and healthy fats that further slow down protein absorption. This provides a total of 18 grams of protein that continues to nourish her muscles throughout the night. The brilliance of this approach lies in how each meal complements and enhances the others. The morning whey protein helps make muscles more receptive to protein throughout the entire day. The probiotics from the Greek yogurt improve overall protein absorption. The omega-3s from the salmon reduce inflammation that could otherwise hinder protein synthesis. This variety ensures that no critical nutrient deficiencies arise that could limit muscle growth. After working with hundreds of older adults, I've identified 10 non-negotiable rules that differentiate those who successfully build muscle from those who don't. Rule number 1. Never go more than 4 hours without protein during your waking hours. Your aging muscles cannot store amino acids as effectively as younger ones. They require a constant supply. Set phone reminders if necessary. Rule number 2. Always pair protein with anti-inflammatory foods. Inflammation can impede muscle synthesis by up to 50% in older adults. Every protein-containing meal should ideally include sources of omega-3s, antioxidants, or fermented foods. Rule number 3. Aim to consume 3 grams of leucine per meal. This is the minimum threshold required after the age of 70 to effectively trigger muscle protein synthesis. Focus on calculating your leucine intake, not just your total protein. Consider keeping a leucine chart handy on your refrigerator. Rule number 4. Consume your largest protein meal after any physical activity. Your muscles are approximately 50% more receptive to protein for up to 2 hours post-exercise, regardless of your age, even after activities like gardening or climbing stairs. Rule number 5. Include fermented proteins daily. The probiotics in these foods don't just aid digestion, they significantly reduce systemic inflammation that can damage muscle tissue. Aim for at least 2 servings of fermented dairy like yogurt or kefir or fermented plant-based proteins. Rule number 6, never restrict calories when trying to build muscle. Undereating is the most rapid way to lose muscle mass after the age of 70. Rule number 7, hydrate aggressively. Protein metabolism requires a substantial amount of water. Dehydration can directly lead to muscle breakdown and reduce strength by up to 20%. Aim to consume roughly half your body weight in ounces of water daily. Rule number 8, time your nutrients strategically around sleep. Prioritize slow digesting protein before bed and fast digesting protein upon waking. Your muscles are either actively building or breaking down overnight. There is no neutral state. Rule number 9, address nutrient deficiencies first. Deficiencies in vitamin D, B12, magnesium, and iron will act as significant roadblocks to muscle growth, irrespective of your protein intake. Get tested and supplement as needed. Rule number 10, move every single day. Protein without movement is like planting seeds in concrete. Even just 10 minutes of resistance band exercises can increase protein synthesis by 50% for the subsequent 48 hours. Let me address some of the concerns I hear most frequently. I'm not seeing results after just 2 weeks. Muscle growth in older adults operates on a different timeline. While younger individuals might notice changes within 2 to 3 weeks, it typically takes 6 to 8 weeks after the age of 70. However, improvements in strength tend to occur much faster, usually within 10 days. Use these strength gains as an early indicator that muscle growth is on its way. I feel bloated from all this protein. If this is the case, it's important to introduce protein more gradually. Increase your protein intake by about 20 grams per week rather than all at once. Consider incorporating digestive enzymes with your meals. Opt for fermented proteins, as they are already partially digested. Also, remember that plant-based proteins may initially cause more bloating, but this typically resolves within 2 weeks as your gut bacteria adapt. It's too expensive. The total daily cost of this nutritional protocol is less than $8, which is less than the price of a single restaurant meal. Lentils, eggs, and canned salmon are incredibly affordable options. Greek yogurt and cottage cheese offer a lower cost per gram of protein than meat. While hemp seeds might seem expensive up front, remember that you only need a few tablespoons per serving, so a bag can last quite a while. For those who struggle to consume enough, consider adding protein powder to foods you already eat, or choosing the most protein-dense options. Liquid calories are often easier to consume, such as in smoothies and protein shakes. Prioritize eating protein first at every meal when your appetite is strongest. I haven't discussed exercise in great detail because this focus is primarily on nutrition, but it's crucial to understand the intrinsic connection. Protein without resistance exercise is akin to planting seeds in concrete. Here's the minimum effective dose. Engage in resistance training twice weekly. This doesn't necessarily mean heavy weights. Resistance bands, bodyweight exercises, or light dumbbells are perfectly effective. Focus on major muscle groups like your legs, back, and chest. Even just 15 minutes of this type of training can stimulate muscle protein synthesis for 48 to 72 hours. Furthermore, incorporate daily movement of any kind. Walking, gardening, or even simple household chores all count. Movement enhances blood flow, which is essential for delivering amino acids to your muscles. It also helps prevent insulin resistance, which can impede protein utilization. The post-exercise period is your golden window. Your muscles are approximately 50% more receptive to protein for 2 hours after any physical activity. This is the ideal time to consume your whey protein or Greek yogurt. If you are currently completely sedentary, start with chair exercises such as seated leg raises, arm circles, and resistance band pulls. Studies have even shown that bedbound patients can achieve muscle gains with appropriate protein intake and minimal movement. I need to impart one urgent truth to you. Every day you delay, you lose muscle mass that you will likely never regain. After the age of 70, you can lose as much as 1% of your muscle mass per month, equating to 12% per year. Over a 5-year period, this can translate to functional disability. However, here's the hopeful news. Starting today, you can reverse this trend. The foods I've presented are readily available at any grocery store. You don't need a gym membership, expensive supplements, or even medical clearance to strategically consume protein. Your muscles have no concept of your age. They are solely responsive to what you feed them and how you move them. Feed them strategically with these powerful protein sources and move them consistently, even minimally, and they will respond. My 92-year-old patient began with just one change, incorporating whey protein into her morning routine. That single change led to another, and within 6 months, she had undergone a complete transformation, not just in her muscles, but in her entire life trajectory. You are not too old. It is not too late. Your muscles are waiting to grow, to strengthen, and to carry you into a future where age doesn't equate to weakness, where 90 can signify vitality, and where the final chapters of your life can be your most powerful. Start with one meal. Add one power protein. Make one change today. Your future self, the one who's still hiking at 85, still dancing at 90, and still independent at 95, is counting on the actions you take right now. This is Dr. Thomas Reed, reminding you that your strongest days are not behind you. They are waiting for you to create them. The question is not whether these foods are effective. The question is, will you give your muscles the opportunity to surprise you? Start today. Start now. Your transformation begins with your very next meal.